This book was inspired by my true-life love story with my husband, Guy Stibal. That story started 10 years before I actually met him, when I began to have visions of a man from Montana. At the time, I knew that something was missing from my life, a great and deep love that I felt I had experienced before and would again. I knew that this love was passionate and deep beyond my human understanding. I also felt that once I met this man, we would know each other. I felt guilty about these visions because I was in a relationship at the time, but they wouldn't go away. They lasted for many years and peaked when I started to do readings and subsequently learned how to manifest. That was when I learned a very important thing. If you don't follow your dreams, you permit others to run your life for you. Until I learned to manifest what I wanted, I lived my life according to what others wanted me to do. In my relationships before I met Guy, I didn't know how to let myself be loved. I think that this was because I didn't love myself. The relationships didn't work out because of compatibility issues, and I was smart enough to leave them, but I also had the belief that I had to leave them before I could find my man from Montana. Then I came to a point where I found my self-worth and manifested the man whom I wanted. Finally, I'd found someone I could envision myself being with for the rest of my life. When I got together with Guy, I could actually see myself sitting on a rocking chair and growing old with him. The missing piece of the puzzle had finally fallen into place. In fact, we wrote a book about it together called On the Wings of Prayer. What helped me to manifest a soulmate were the readings and consultations that I did. Through these consultations, I found that others were looking for their soulmate as well. In fact, the most frequently asked question about relationships was, "Will I ever find my soulmate?" It was only after I got together with Guy that I began to reflect on how to empower people to find that special person. I began by encouraging them to manifest their most compatible soulmate. Then I decided to put our love story into a book to help people see that it was possible to find your soulmate. As time went on, I could see that while manifesting was effective for some people, by itself it didn't work for everyone. As I did many more readings and encountered thousands of different scenarios, common patterns began to become apparent. As I took theta healing further and developed the belief work, I found that there were many negative belief systems relating to relationships and love. One of the most basic was, it is impossible to find a compatible soulmate. In this book, I will show you how to change these beliefs, find a soulmate, and enjoy a loving relationship with them. How to use this book. This book is the companion to my first book, Theta Healing, and second book, Advanced Theta Healing. In Theta Healing, I explain the step-by-step process of the Theta Healing reading, healing, belief work, feeling work, digging and gene work, and provide an introduction to the planes of existence and additional knowledge for the beginner. Advanced Theta Healing gives an in-depth guide to belief, feeling, and digging work, and insights into the planes of existence and the beliefs that I believe are essential for spiritual evolution. It does not include the step-by-step processes of Theta Healing. It is necessary to reach an understanding of these processes in order to fully utilize this current book. However, there is a short description of them in the first chapter. These techniques are processes of meditation that I believe create physical, psychological, and spiritual healing using the theta brainwave. While in a pure and divine theta state of mind, we are able to connect to the Creator of all that is through focused prayer. The Creator has given us the fascinating knowledge that you are about to receive. It has changed my life and the lives of many others. There is, however, one requirement that is absolute with this technique. You must have a central belief in a Creator, God, the Creator of all that is, or whatever name you choose. Theta Healing has no religious affiliation, and I realize that the Creator has many names, including God, Buddha, Nirvana, Allah, Shiva, Goddess, Jesus, Source, and Yahweh. Then, with study and practice, anyone can do it. Anyone who believes in the all that is essence that flows through all things. The processes of Theta Healing are not specific to any age, sex, race, color, or creed. Anyone with a pure belief in God can access and use the branches of the Theta Healing tree.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.